We're back in business and working on our house again, and today we're going to be working on our son's bedroom ceiling. We were finally able to go out and get some tongue and groove boards. We're going to depart from the theme in the rest of the house where we've been using the original sized 3¼ inch tongue and groove boards, and we're doing these 5¼ inch boards because we're on a mission to save money and get the house done a little bit quicker, and I think it's going to look awesome anyway. So we got these V-groove tongue and groove boards. It's gonna be easy. We're gonna chop them. We're gonna get them installed. Normally, we do like pre-finishing tongue and groove ceiling. It does make a difference, especially if the boards ever shrink or move. You have all the gaps already painted. We're gonna take a risk, and we're just gonna get them on the ceiling. That's the way we're gonna roll. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're all geared up. I'm gonna cut 23 of these down. We're going to get them all cut to length. It's all the same length. We'll pull them through the window. We'll have them installed in no time. And let me just make a quick note. You know, we've had some people telling us over the years, but especially lately, that we need a pickup truck, that we need to buy a truck. Guys, look at this. I got 12-foot boards inside here, fully enclosed, out of the weather. You couldn't fit a 12-foot board in the back of a pickup truck. Doesn't matter what truck you got. I don't know why people hate on the bus, but this works. This is an awesome materials hauler for renovations, and that's why we got it, because it's so multi-purpose for our family, and it's working awesome. And now if you have been following our channel for a while, you know that this looks a little bit different because we had built beds in here and all this stuff, cabinetry. Well, we ripped it all out. We've been working on that because we need a redo of the bus conversion. We're making it better than ever. We've lived with it for 2 years. We know what we liked and we know what we didn't like, and we think we can improve upon it and make it even better for what we do the most of, which is hauling materials. Done. Now that all the wood is cut, we're ready to install it. As you can see, our ceiling is basically as ready as it's going to be. All the electrical in the room is basically done. You might be able to see that I also sistered this joist with a 1x4. It might not seem like a lot, but it's going to help because that joist has a big notch cut out of it for the original light box. I decided to shift it over. It's not center in the room, but I didn't like the idea of having a light box notched into the bottom of the joist. So we moved it over. And by putting this piece of wood on here, I was also able to lift this up. It was sagging quite a bit, so it's nice and straight now. I think we're ready to go. It feels good to be back working on Maverick's room again. As you guys know, this is our son's bedroom, and he's been long enough without one. He deserves a nice room of his own. Now, you might be wondering where we've been. We did take, what, like a week off?
Yeah.
Honestly, we just needed a break. We didn't stop working. We actually worked a lot this last week.
Mm-hmm.
We got
the bus worked on.
Our bus had broken down. Actually, it was just dead batteries. Now, these batteries, we have a 2 battery setup in the bus, and it's kind of a unique system. And the whole thing was a mess. I've been wanting to fix it for a long time, but we never want to take our bus off the road because we're always using it. So when the batteries died, we said it's a good time to just get these upgrades done. So we dismantled the whole battery compartment. I put in a new battery drawer glides for the tray that slides out. I'll show you guys this later, but we put in some new battery cables, battery terminals, put in a battery isolator so that our 2 battery system has one battery that's isolated from the other. And what that means is that we can kill one battery accidentally and still not be stranded. We can still have a full battery separate. It's confusing, but I just wanted to be safer. We also took time to start dismantling the inside of the bus. Many of you guys don't know that we gutted the bus. I mean, we completely took everything out of it except for our toilet.
And the water filter
Yeah.
shelf thing.
We took our sink out, our beds out, the walls, the electrical, the plumbing, everything is out of there. We're going to be starting over on that, and we just took this week to kind of just focus on that. And I know it seems like a crazy time to start a new project, but like we said, we just wanted to take a break, work on some things that we've been putting off, and the bus is going to be an integral role of renovating the other property, our mobile home property. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't going to be functional for us the way it was. So that's why we're kind of working on that. We also had to complete the electrical work for Maverick's room. We got all the electrical work wrapped up. So everything's in. We got a light in the closet, light box in the ceiling for his bedroom. We got all the outlets wired. Everything is ready. And that took some time to take care of all that. We've also been shopping and planning Maverick's bedroom, this bedroom that we're working on, because it's coming together fast, as you guys can see. We're going to be at paint stage quicker than you realize. We're going to be like right there ready to go. So we have to make sure we know what we're doing. We have a plan, and I hope it's going to work out. Our son, he likes bold colors. He likes dark colors. He wanted his room to be dark. But you guys know that we're trying to lighten it up because it's like a cave.
Yeah.
And you saw the transformation on our daughter's bedroom. It went from the darkest, just most
dungeony room ever.
Just depressing, to light, bright, open, beautiful. It's just
totally different.
You wouldn't even think it's the same room. We're trying to do the same thing. We want to transform the space for him. We want it to be light so that he can work in there. He can play in there. He can do all kinds of stuff and have good lighting. But he wants it dark and creepy. He wants he was
ruins.
He was telling me he wants broken boards and broken windows. No, we can't do that. We're not going to do that. We do let our kids guide decisions for their bedrooms. We love to hear their thoughts, but ultimately we have to make decisions on the final design.
Yeah.
We're not breaking the windows. Now, our house is kind of classy, kind of stylish, and we're going to go with that. We're going to stick with that. But I think he can still like it. We're going to try to work in some of the dark colors, still try to brighten it up. It's going to be an interesting room to do for sure. And I hope it turns out good. We already have the paint. We ordered it. So no going back. And now you might think that we're jumping ahead, designing and talking about Maverick's room, because we never did a final reveal of our daughter's bedroom, and you are probably waiting for that. But you're going to have to keep waiting. You saw it when we did our not ready to reveal. That's the room, and all the decor and the wardrobe and all this stuff, it's just not going to come for a while because it's not super important, and we're going to be putting our money and time in other things right now.
Yeah.
Is that fair? So
eventually it'll happen, just not yet.
Yes. Keep in mind that we still haven't even done our bedroom reveal, our bathroom reveal, anything, because we get to the point where we're like, this is good enough, but it's not done.
Yeah. Like, we still need the mirror shelving stuff in the bathroom, and
we don't have a medicine cabinet. It's just a hole in the wall.
Curtains in our bedroom, like, just the finishing up stuff.
Yeah, and it's something we want to work on. We just haven't gotten to it. So this ceiling is going up quicker and easier and better than we ever expected. I'm not regretting buying these wider boards, even though I'm not used to the style. I don't think it's going to matter when it's painted.
Yeah.
And they're going up fast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's such a difference from when we were processing our own wood, and it's smaller wood, and putting them all up. That was slow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm liking this, and I definitely am going to consider using it in future rooms. It's going to help us get our house done faster.
Yeah.
So there it is, guys. Ceiling is done, and much better than the old ceiling we took out. I'm glad we did it. So anyway, now that the ceiling is done, we can get back to finishing up the walls We're going to be doing a little bit of insulation. We're going to be patching this. We got to get our boards put back around the perimeter of the room. We had to previously take down the top board so that we had room to work to get the old ceiling out and put this one up. So now that that's all done, we can really tidy this room up. So let's start by tackling this hole. Let's make this look nicer. I brought in this chunk of scrap OSB and I'm going to screw it to the wall parallel with this line that I made, so I can use this as a straight edge, as a guide to run my saw against, and I'll have a nice straight line. If I try to freehand that, it'd be okay, but it would not be great. Now that we have that all squared up, it's going to be a lot easier to measure it out and get all of our wood cut to fit that. So in planning ahead for this project, I actually put aside all of this beautiful old wood, unfinished raw wood that we salvaged from when we did our bathroom and hallway demolition. These pieces of wood were in the hallway and just preserved all these years. So they were short, I saved them, and they're going to make the perfect patch to fill this wall in. I think it's going to look good when we're all done, so I'm going to start getting these tacked in. I'll say that. Fitting board here. Let me see what's going to fit in there. So I went out to the workshop and I ripped this board a little skinnier and I put a new groove on it so it's a little bit smaller than the rest. And we should be able to just get this in. We're almost there. Probably should have left 4 unnailed. Let's try this again. Oh man. Oh, we did it. We're just gonna face nail these. It's okay. We can hole fill that later. There it is, guys. We patched it up. I got a nice, clean, tight fit. That's just the wood grain. Let me show you. It's not a gap or anything. Now this might stand out right now, but once we sand the wall, prime and paint, I think it's going to look really good. The worst part about it is just how the boards stopped lining up. It happens. Sometimes wood is a little wider, a little narrower. It's going to be so hard to find each piece exactly the same width as the original woods down here. So not bad for a patch, I would say. Well guys, we got a lot done, but I think that's all we have for now. we're gonna work on insulation and getting that wall back up, and then, you know,
Sanding.
getting
and
ready
then
for paint.
Painting.
Yeah. So all that will be coming soon. We appreciate you guys coming along. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
See ya.